The second most important block of leadership is the charisma of the leader. Very important. You see, a lot of people undermine the role that charisma plays in the leadership atmosphere of a team. You see, without charisma, trust me, even if you're going to be moving just with your character, you won't move very fast. And that is why it's important that every single block of this leadership must be put together and properly laid in order to have a very solid leadership team around you. And it's important because you see, to have strong character without charisma, you will build something, but it will take you a long time to build it. If you have charisma without character, you may build something very fast, but that thing you have built so fast will not last. And so it's important that you understand that it is on the leg of both character and charisma that you can build something that will last, build it fast, and then it will still have some legacy to it. That is, you can still hand it over to generations ahead of yourself. And so it's important that you understand that charisma is so important. As much as character is the most important, charisma is just behind in importance. This is the second most important part of every leadership. A leadership without sound character but poor charisma will build slowly what may last. A leader with charisma without character will build quickly what will not last. A leader with both character and charisma will build steadily what will outlast him. Very important. It is charisma that makes you an attractive leader who everyone wants to follow, but you will lose your following without character. And so this is why charisma is more attractive to people. When you see somebody that can speak so well, that can dazzle you, mesmerize you, get you so inspired and fascinated, and then you want to listen to him more, you want to become a protege under him, you go to him for mentorship and all of that, and then he dazzles you with his amazing, phonetics, fluency, articulate speaking, and all of those eloquence and all of that. And by the time you get close to him, you realize that he has a very terrible character flaw. Now, to the degree that you can accommodate such character is to the degree that you will stick with him or leave him. If you cannot condone such a character flaw, you will leave. Even though he's a fantastic speaker, even though everybody loves him, they love him until they get close. They love him until they see his character flaw, and then he loses their followership. And that's why it's important not to just build charisma without character. Understand that those questions that we asked about character, they are so important. Once you want to build your integrity and your character, you must have a positive response to all of those questions for you to have a sound character and sound integrity. And once that is established, then you go for charisma immediately. When you remove the I and the S and the A in charisma, what you are left with is charm. This is the charm of every leadership. Once a person does not have that charm, he does not attract people so quickly. Oh yes, we know you have character. We know that you are solid. We know this, we know that, but you're not attractive. You're not branded. When you speak, people cannot really listen. You get people bored. People are sleeping when you're talking. You can't communicate effectively. Then you are not charming. You're not attractive. And if you're not attractive, you cannot really get people to see what you're saying quickly enough to get the best of results from them. And so what are the things that make up for sound charisma? It's important. Charisma is so important. When you think of the likes of Obama, think of the likes of Bill Clinton, think of the likes of Oprah Winfrey, the reason why you love them so much is because of their charm, because of their charisma. When they speak to you, you love the way they speak. You love the way they communicate. And so you want to be like them. And so because of that, you gravitate towards them. Character is so powerful. What are the very key elements that builds your charisma rather? What are the things that build your charisma? Number one, effective communication. This is so colossal in developing your charm. You see, before you have the opportunity to impress people with your actions and your performance, the only thing they have to think about is what you said when you spoke to them. That is, if you are speaking to them and they don't feel inspired, you're speaking to them, they don't feel motivated, you're speaking to them, they don't feel persuaded, they're not likely going to take your word seriously. Even though you can perform better than every other person, your words are the only thing that stand as your advocate in the secret chambers of their rooms. And so that is why you see political rallies and all of those debates, they go a long way in influencing what the people do at the ballot box. And so you come, you don't speak intelligently, you don't speak empathetically, you don't speak inspiringly, you don't arouse emotions, you are not clear with what you're saying. I will take care of you, I will build good roads. There is nothing inspiring about you. How do you expect people to vote for you? That's if you're a political leader. If you're in a company and you're a leader of several people in your team and there are staff looking up to you, and then for example in COVID-19 right now, people are looking for inspiration in their leadership. They're looking for people that will inspire them and make them believe that things will get better again. But in that situation, you can't communicate inspiration. You can't communicate hope anymore because you are also drained under the pressure that is ongoing in the system and you cannot effectively communicate. You will not make for a good leader because you will not be charming. You will not be attractive. People will not throw their weight around you because you cannot even be convincing enough. And so it's important that you learn how to effectively communicate. Effective communication is another kind of skill that you need to develop. This is not about effective communication, but these are the ingredients that will help build your charisma. You see, the thing about leadership is that every single soft skill you would ever develop only improves your leadership. Very important. So this is the mother of all soft skills. You literally have to have a good leg and a good fitting with respect to other soft skills for you to be a better leader. Think about all the most amazing, remarkable leaders that you know today. There are people who were able to understand adaptability, creative thinking, critical thinking, problem solving, communication, collaboration, persuasion, all of those things. They were grounded and established in those, soft skills, and that made them into better leaders. And so effective communication is so key. If you have to go and learn it, learn it. The second thing is emotional intelligence. Have you seen a leader that lacks emotional intelligence before? It can be very irritating. That is, you come to a place and then people are obviously scared and you lack the self-awareness, the self-regulation, the social skills to recognize that people are scared, people are worried. They are worried about their future, worried about their salaries, worried about everything that is going to happen post-COVID. And then you make a very insensitive statement because you lack emotional intelligence. And you just come and say, I will just sack all of you. Why are you people sitting like this? What's wrong with them? I will just sack you people. And then you still expect that those people will throw their weight, on the vision that you cast. It doesn't work like that. You have to be emotionally intelligent. That is a whole new course entirely. A whole new world perspective, trust me. Because emotional intelligence is such a good and powerful tool in making people believe your leadership. Number 3, critical thinking and problem solving. Oh, there's nothing as beautiful and as amazing as seeing a leader that knows what to do. A leader that understands the situation, critically assesses the situation, and comes up with a very sound approach, a sound judgment, and knows exactly what to do. And he knows the best way to get that thing done. That is a critical thinker. That is a problem solver. And so a leader that is clueless is not a good leader. It's not going to be charming. Sir, what do we do? I don't even know myself. What do you think? It does not inspire. It's not charming. It's not attractive. So you have to have critical thinking and problem solving skills for you to be a charming, exciting, attractive, and a follower compelling leader. Number 4, creativity. You would always be found with situations that require some creative ideas to navigate. And so you have to be bursting with creativity every now and then. You've got to be reading up. You've got to be exposing your paradigms to several worldviews that would help create newer pathways in your mind so that you can connect things in a new way and be able to apply context, apply applications, apply frameworks that can apply in several contexts, and you will be much more valuable for your creative ability. And of course, that is a whole new course as well when it comes to creativity itself. But these are the things you need to definitely improve on in order to improve your leadership. The 5th thing is adaptability. Are you the kind of person that falls down like a $2 suitcase once a situation that you don't expect happens? Or you are able to adapt, you are able to navigate, you are able to be flexible in the midst of changing times, unpredictable times, complex times, volatile times. Are you adaptable, or you are just completely rigid? Once things change, you just begin to whine, and everybody begins to become a victim of your transferred aggression. You have to be adaptable. The last thing is collaboration. This is a very important part. Because if you're a leader and you're just walking alone, nobody's working with you, then you're just taking a stroll. You're not really a leader in that sense. And so you have to be able to work with others, because it is working with others in helping them achieve a desired goal enthusiastically. That exactly is what is called leadership. And so if you do not know how to work with people, sorry, you can wave leadership bye-bye already. And these are the very powerful things you need to improve in order to improve your charm and your charisma in leadership, which is the second very important block of leadership. Now we'll be going into the next block of leadership. Stay tuned.